Okay, Gary Monk has obviously late last night been named the new Sheffield Wednesday manager. He'd been out of work since June when Birmingham City sacked him, and we did a video on that. Obviously, Steve Bruce left the club in July, so Lee Bullin was in temporary caretaker charge at the start of this season. 6 games in. Not a bad start by Sheffield Wednesday, I will admit that. They've had a pretty solid start to this current season, but I am surprised that Sheffield Wednesday waited this long to get a permanent replacement for Steve Bruce in the door. Gary Monk had been available before Steve Bruce even left to go to St James's Park. The club should have been preparing for any eventuality that Bruce was to go to St James's Park and leave the club. They knew it was pretty much on the cards. That means they've gone through the pre-season and the start of the season technically managerless. I know that Lee Bullin has been a caretaker and done a very decent job, and he will remain as Gary Monk's assistant at the club because he knows the players that are there. But this has surely got to be very disruptive for the Sheffield Wednesday squad. They've had one manager go, caretaker come in, and then another manager appointed a good month into the season. That is a very odd way of doing things at Sheffield Wednesday, and that would be concerning for any Sheffield Wednesday fans, I have no doubt. The concern I have with Gary Monk is since he's been at Swansea City in the Premier League, he's gone through a lot of clubs. I think this is his 5th Championship club he's had since he left Swansea City. That would be a concern for me, is that he's regularly getting recycled into the managerial merry-go-round that is. He hasn't had a very long period of time at any of the clubs he's been at. He only lasted 15 months at Birmingham City. But I do think this could be a good fit. I think he's hungry to get back in the managerial game and to erase what happened at Birmingham City. I don't think any manager likes being sacked, but it does happen. No manager is unsackable, I will say that. But I am surprised it's taken this long, considering that other managers have now since become available. Since Steve Bruce left, there are other managers out there who've gained that managerial experience at various levels, who are available, who are willing to get back on the managerial horse, so to say. And the fact that Gary Monk had been out there for so long, he could have been snapped up by someone else. In the meantime, he could have gone to another club. Absolutely, and that was a big risk that Sheffield Wednesday played. Was Gary Monk was out there. They clearly wanted him, but they played a big risk by leaving it so long to get him in the club. But he's here now. Let's see what happens with Sheffield Wednesday. They've been a very topsy-turvy club in recent years. They've had the Steve Bruce departure has left a bad taste in the mouths of many and was badly handled by all parties. No one came out of that smelling of roses. That's my personal view on that. Let's see what Gary Monk can do. Let's see if he can actually have a long-term spell with Wednesday. Sheffield Wednesday haven't released the length of his contract yet. That hasn't been disclosed. It will be in time. But we'll see what happens. Let's see where he can take the club. Let's see the direction the club can go. They had a very reasonably strong finish last year. Let's see if they can make the playoffs this year. Let's see if they can actually have a drive to the Premier League, because they obviously want to catch up with Sheffield United and make the Sheffield City Steel derby a thing again, because I think that's one of the most passionate derbies in English football, and I think we haven't had enough of them in recent years. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below. I will have some more videos for you soon. If you like what you see, hit a like and subscribe. And goodbye for now.